In today's Anime Rangers X video, I'll be showing you guys the best ways to get rerolls, soul fragments, megapunks, and gems all in one video. I'll be mentioning methods that new players can do and also endgame players can do, because obviously the endgame method is going to be better. But you know, there's a lot of new people starting Anime Rangers or either returning to Anime Rangers, which is kind of why I'm making this video in the first place. So before today's video starts, please do subscribe to the channel because I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers. It's been a goal of mine for a very long time, and low-key I'm almost at 90k, so I appreciate the support so far. But you know, the grind ain't stopping. Like the video if you find it useful, and comment down below. I might have missed something in this video. Support everybody on. Stop yapping and let's just get straight into the video. Okay, now the first thing I kind of want to get out of the way is going to be gems, because most endgame players are not really worried about gems. I literally have 1,000,000 gems and I do never specifically farm for gems. I'm going to tell you some endgame methods to get gems, but those endgame methods you're going to be doing for more than just purely gems. So I did a noob tutorial recently. I did episode 1, and the best, I would say the best way to get gems in the game, but for a new player, is to simply just do Nightmare Story and then just claim the level milestones. Because you do Nightmare Story, whatever act, do like Act 10, Chapter 10 of like whatever story on Nightmare, and then get levels, just AFK with auto retry, get levels, and then if you go to level milestones, you can get gems. As you see, you get like 1.25k, but if you go to the early on rewards, you actually get more gems, because I remember doing 3.5k, 3.5k, like all of these give like 3.5k gems, and they give you gold because you'll need gold for the stats as well. I'll mention methods for gold later. Did I max these out? Yeah, okay, I'll max this out, but yeah, and then you can get some gems from that. So if you're very new, then you can do, you know, farm Nightmare Story. That will give you like 10 gems per stage, and then obviously level milestones, which should give you most of the gems. And then I recommend you save it for pity. If you don't want to risk it, you can risk it if you want. Pick a unit from the Raider banner. Like you could pick, I wouldn't really pick Guts. Guts kind of a hard evo, but maybe you could pick a unit with no evo, that's OP, or a unit with an easy evo. So I picked Yurichi. You could pick somebody else. It doesn't really matter as long as they're good. And then also, once again, if you're new, make sure you're claiming all your quests, because these actually give a lot of gems. So if I go on the weekly quest, 1.7k, 749, and then 1.1k, and then you get the point. So claim these. You literally just get them from just playing the game. And they'll also give you a decent amount of gems when you're new. Now, if let's say quite, you know, maybe a pretty decent, but you're not necessarily insane, the next thing would be probably challenges. Challenges, you can get like 25 gems every like couple of seconds, depending on how fast you can do the challenge. Where is challenges even at? I'm not doing challenges for so long, and they changed the map. Should be somewhere I play. Wait. Well, actually, it is challenges. Obviously, didn't remove it. Okay, it's over here. So yeah, it does show here because gems on every single run. But yeah, you can literally get a decent amount of gems depending on how fast you do whatever map. So the challenges will give you more than Nightmare Story, but then obviously, yeah, they'll just give you more than Nightmare Story. And then things like Infinite Tower is also a decent one. Where's it at? Yeah, Infinite Castle, Infinite Tower, same thing. And then yeah, you get some gems from this, 200 per run, but you need to be pretty good for it, and I wouldn't really recommend it. And then you've got things like Boss Rush, which you have to be good at the game, but you also get a decent amount just to see 150 per run. A really OP one was Summer Event, but obviously they've removed Summer because, I mean, it's almost the end of summer. Because it's almost the end of August, unfortunately. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the last thing would be chests. Like if I open, let's just say I open all these wooden chests, for example, just for the video's sake, I'll get 11k gem. No, I get 11k gems, and those are just wooden chests. So I mean, chests just give you everything. They just give you everything. So, but dungeon, you have to be pretty good at the game for, at least to do on hell difficulty. So yeah, that's all the methods for gems, and like, you know, kind of ranking it in difficulty. Yeah, there's not some insane strat that I'm going to put you on for gems. But if you're new to the game, hopefully that helps you out. Okay, so now moving on to gold. Now, I can't lie, a lot of the gold methods kind of got patched. Like the method used to be back in the days, you would just have all these poles and then you just sell them. But they kind of nerfed that. Like one pole is, yeah, it's way less now. So they kind of nerfed that strat. A lot of stages will just give you gold on top of things. Like Boss Rush will give you gold when you do the stage, but it's obviously not some insane gold strat. What I would say is the best gold strategy realistically. It's pretty simple. There's not a million ways. If there's a way I'm missing, because when it comes to gold, I don't know something insane other than dungeon off the top of my head. So you can put it in the comments and it'll help other people out. But chests, I'm pretty sure is the main way to get gold. I'll open all these silver chests to give you an example. So I'm on 8.5 mil right here. And then after opening this, how many gold will I get? I get 264k gold. Obviously, I'll get more if I open high rarity chests. Or if I had more chests, I'm only on room 58. And I've already opened a decent amount of chests. But you get the point. And I've already got a decent amount of gold from that. But yeah, I don't know some insane gold strats anymore, to be honest. So I wouldn't recommend, you know, just wasting all your gold. Oh my, I thought that was gold. Those blitz tokens. I can farm them back easy, but it's low-key a waste. But yeah, I don't know. I do a dungeon for gold. But it's not like some insane strat that I'm sure of at the moment, so I apologize. Okay, the next thing is going to be rerolls. Like, there is a lot of ways to get rerolls. So I'm going to go from, if you're lucky, kind of buns, but some good strats, to, look, you're very good at the game and you want to know the best reroll methods. So realistically, when you're very new to the game, you're not really going to, be good enough to do like all the insane reroll methods. Like, so just realistically, half your rerolls are going to come from level milestones and codes. Codes will give you tons and tons of rerolls, so make sure you claim them all. I cannot be bothered to pull up all the codes. I'm not sure which ones are working and which ones aren't, and I can't really try them again since I've used them all. But when you're new, make sure you're redeeming those codes because they give you a lot of rerolls. And also make sure you just click and claim all in battle pass, so you get a bit of everything. Okay, now I don't know how beginner friendly, like these are not going to be that beginner friendly, but the first one, which I don't personally do because there is best strats in my opinion, for reals, you can do Act 4 of raids. You could do some of them before, and that actually be very like decently beginner friendly and good. But you could do Act 4 of raids. Those are pretty decent, but not the best. Portals will give you rerolls. I don't know. Yeah, these 3 to 5 rerolls, 10% drop on this. But on the new Berserk one, I'll be getting a decent amount of rerolls actually. Oh, never mind, it's 10% drop, but I mean, it's some rerolls, but it's not the strats that I'm thinking of. So the best strats are either to do rifts or to do dungeon, okay? There's some other strats, obviously, but the main ones, the one I get a bunch of my rerolls from is dungeons, but they, rifts are actually a lot OP and I didn't know it, but they're going to do something about it. So if you're very good at the game, figure out a way to just farm loads of rifts, because people are getting like 1,000 to 2,000 rerolls per overnight. I've not macroed it, AFK'd, nothing like that, because I haven't, got around to it. Usually I just do dungeons. But yeah, dungeons and rifts give you a ton of rerolls. Like, yeah, there's not much I say. Like, people are getting 1,000 to 2,000 from AFKing rerolls using in rifts. I don't know what the strat is, so I can't really put you on. But what I can tell you though, if you're looking for strats, use YouTube of course, but the thing is, Discord, I say in a lot of my ARX videos, if you watch my ARX videos, I'll say, join the Anime Rangers X Discord, okay? Because there are people that will go in a channel called the Teams Loadout channel, and they will basically put strats in there. Okay, this is a strat I'm used to get to this room in dungeon, whatever. Then you open the chest when you get to using that strat, and you get reels, whatever. And then rifts will also, give you reels as well. So yeah, try to find the strats on Discord. Maybe if you're not that good, you can't do rifts, but maybe you can do some easy dungeon, or you can do some normal dungeon. You can do a bit of those to build up some rerolls to, build up units. So you can do like a dungeon health strat or a rift strat. Or you could try and get carried in rifts, because I'm pretty sure you can play with other people. Yep. So you could try that as well. Things like that. But those are the 2 best strats, and how people you're going to see getting thousands of rerolls. It's going to be those strategies right there. No one's really farming challenges and getting stacked on rerolls. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, those are the real strats. The next thing we're going to go over is going to be Megapunks. Now, once again, one of the best ways to get Megapunks is going to be from rifts. Let's say you don't want to buy rerolls, you can literally buy Megapunks. I bought a decent amount of Megapunks from rifts. And the other best way is probably going to be dungeons, because I showed earlier in the video, if you did see, I'll open up like hopefully a couple and I'll get Megapunks. I got stat boosters, which is cool. Okay, yeah, 3 Megapunks, there you go. So yeah, the chest will also give you Megapunks, so that's how I get most of mine, is from rifts or dungeons. There's a lot and then a good way, which is just spending gold every time the merchant resets. It's such an easy way to get Megapunks, and I always, when I see it, I buy it. I don't buy soul frags, too expensive. Same with stat boosters, but I'll usually buy the Megapunks because they're not too expensive, and obviously they're going to be quite useful. So if you need Megapunks, merchant is a good way once you're pretty good at the game. You don't have to be insanely good either. Raid Shop has some Megapunks, but it's up to you if you want to farm raids just for Megapunks. But things like dungeon and rifts and merchant, like merchant you can just do on the side. Dungeon you get rerolls, Megapunks, you get everything from dungeon. So that's why dungeon is such a good game mode. And actually I like it quite a lot. That's a game mode like dungeon. It's nice because you get a bunch of everything, and it's rewarding for endgame players. But if you're new, you shouldn't realistically be worrying too much about Megapunks. It'll help you out, don't get me wrong, but codes, battle pass and merchant is probably your way of getting Megapunks when you're first new. You can get them from challenges, by the way. I'm not saying every single obtaining method for every single item in the game. I'm just telling you the best and most reasonable ones, because it's kind of like trying to get Megapunks from challenges is very outdated and annoying when you got ways where you could just straight up buy it and, guaranteed get the item, whereas challenges, sometimes you'll be in the challenge for like a 1%. You know what I mean? So yeah, those are the best strats. And yeah, that's the best Megapunks. Merchant on the side. Rifts, you can guaranteed buy it, or you can get it from the dungeon chest where you get rerolls and gold, and you can also get Megapunks or whatever. But yeah, let's move on to Soul Fragments to end off the video. Okay, now Soul Fragments, once again, I don't have some generational different idea. And I can't lie, soul fragments is like the version of pearls, if that makes any sense. Like soul frags might even be, I don't know if it's harder, but actually, yeah, it's probably hard to get soul frags in this game than it is to get pearls in ALS. Maybe I'm wrong, but either way, they're like pretty much the same thing in terms of obtainment. So you can get some soul frags from codes. You can get some soul frags from the player quests. That's what I'm currently doing right now. You can also get rerolls and stuff like that. I didn't mention actually. This is very good for new players, low-key. But yeah, you get soul frags 844. Get soul frags from that. Merchant, you can get soul frags. Remember, this was very expensive. I don't recommend that. But yeah, you can get from those quests that I showed you. Battle Pass does not give soul frags, I'm pretty sure. Boss Rush, you can farm for soul frags if you wanted to, but there's an 8 limited stock. So you could just maybe buy the stock if you really wanted to. There is more. I don't want to get to the last method. I want to take everything off. Okay, I don't know. I couldn't remember. So if I missed a soul fragment method, let me know. But I still haven't said the last one. So the last and most annoying one is to use these same poles. Let me actually show you how to get them first. So you have to beat the Dragon Ball map or whatever. You go to Rune Future City, go to Act 3 and get this tier 3 poles because obviously you want tier 3. And then what you can do, you can farm these poles. I have 698. And then there's a 0.75% chance of getting one soul fragment. And what I highly recommend you do is you use the Soul of Greed. You can get some soul frags from codes and the other ways I showed you. And then most likely you'll probably get a Soul of Greed because it is like the easiest soul to craft. So if you go here, 23%, and what it'll give you is a increased drop rate. So if I can get this off my screen, as death, I'll have it equipped on. It nerfs the unit, so you want to put it on like a unit where you don't really need it to carry you, and then it'll increase your item drop rate by 25%. You can only use one, so if you put on multiple units, you're not stacking the drop rate, you're just nerfing yourself. So equip one and increase the drop rate of everything. Increase the drop rates of chests. Actually, I'm not 200% sure it does on chests, but it should do. And pretty much of every item in the game when you're farming it. So use the Soul of Greed because it'll increase this by 25%. And then there's a high chance you get soul fragments. So then yeah, you keep farming this. You also get stat boosters from it. So it's pretty good, but it's just annoying because you have to farm portals and then you have to farm all the portals rather than you can just directly go into the stage, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's pretty much it for soul fragments. Hopefully I didn't miss anything in this video. If I did, please put me on and put everybody else in the comment section because they either forgot or maybe I don't even know the method you're on about. But you can, you know, help everybody else out in the comment section down below. But yeah, this video is a whole lot yap, but it should be quite helpful hopefully to new players because obviously a lot of people are now either returning or starting anime ranges for the first time. So hopefully this video can be found as useful. So subscribe to the channel because I'm going to have a bunch of Anime Rangers X content, and not only Anime Rangers, obviously Anime Vanguards. The ALS video, I don't even know what I'm doing with that. I'm taking 10 years to do it. I need to low-key lock in and do it. It's just, the game's been falling off. It's not very motivating to do some very painful and long video just for it to potentially do absolutely buns after spending days on it. But, you know, that's a lot of yap. But you get the point. I'm uploading a bunch of different games. I don't quit any games. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, okay? Please help me out. Like the video, comment so more people see it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.